All right, we should be ready to go. All right, there I am. I didn't see myself for a while, so I wasn't sure if I should start or not, but it looks like everything is good to go. Green light from YouTube. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the live stream where we first review the watch list and then we trade the market every day. Hope everyone had a really nice and hopefully healthy weekend. Today is Monday, the 16th of March, and it's 9:16 a.m., which leaves us another 14 minutes till the market opens at 9:15 a.m. So let's get into it. Oh yeah, by the way, we typically wrap up trading from 10:30 to 11. So in general, the live stream should be around 90 minutes. Check the video description below for some FAQs, and let's get into the watch list. And check this out. Right here, we just got a little based on market regulations. The following circuit breaker rules will apply for today if met based on SPX prices. And we've already had this happen to us twice last week, which is really ridiculous. I mean, usually it never happens. So if the market goes down 7%, the S&P, it will get halted for 15 minutes. And then if the market goes down 13%, it'll get halted another 15 minutes. And then if it goes down 20%, it'll get halted for the remainder of the day. And the reason we're getting this alert doesn't just pop up for no reason. But if you come here to the SPY, I'll just throw it on the charts as well. Whew, my TOS is moving really slow. That's always a big indicator that the markets are moving. And then we just let's go to the 5-minute. Oh wow, this is ridiculous. Okay, so we're in for another intense day. So the SPY is down about 11% last time I checked since the close. And I think the close was right around here at 270. 269.32, and all the way down here to the low. This was about 11.5% dip. Now we're about 10%, and this is the SPX futures. Kind of predicts which way the market's going to go a little bit. So when the SPX opens, keep an eye out for that. We might get halted in the first, couple minutes. Last time we got halted, I think it was at minute 4. The market opened, so at 9:34 a.m. So this is going to be really, really interesting. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you guys all back. No, Shark, I'm having the same issue. Mine's super laggy as well. Yeah, it's, I was really excited this morning. I ran the scanner and I was like, things are looking good. Right afterwards, I checked the SPY and I was like, things are not looking good. So it's going to be an interesting day for sure. The scanner picked up 12 things this morning when I ran it. Right now, it looks like I'm having some issues running the scanner, and this always happens when the market is, having big moves. So let's see what this. Okay, so we had a few new ones get added. Let's see quickly which ones those were. IFMX. We'll take a quick gander at those. FLDM, we got CPAH. I don't think that was on there. CPA. SXTC. You know what? I'm actually gonna just PDS. Let's add that one as well. What I'm gonna do is, like always, I'm gonna go ahead and detach this screen, and then I'm gonna make sure it's running the gap scanner. So we see the scanner of all the stocks moving after the market opens, because the first scanner is just pre-market, so after market opens, so we can kind of see what's making the big moves. And I'm going to go ahead and move this over here off the screen. That way, if there's maybe a stock that isn't gapping up in the morning, but is running later in the day, it could be something that, our scanner picks up, and then we can check it out and see if we want to trade it. Apple down 13% pre-market, Peter. Yeah, that's heavy. Keith says my stream is shaky. I hope we're not having any streaming issues. Stream health. Let me quickly check. Warning. I already got 3 warnings. Oh no. Data warning. So it seems like that's unfortunate. You know what? I think the reason why the stream is a little shaky is because a lot of people are doing home office, and we even got a warning about this, that some of the internet's going to be a little bit congested. Which seems a bit weird, because I'm in the middle of the city. Aren't the lines being used just as much when people are in the offices? So I'm not totally sure. Does seem a bit weird. Let's quickly go through some of the lead gappers. We'll just go through the whole watch list just because we don't have that much stuff on here. We got another 9 minutes till the market opens, so we got plenty of time. AYTU, former runner, Big bounce off of $1, beautiful area to always do those swing trades. I didn't do any trades on AYTU in the last, actually, when was this last trade we did on AYTU? Let me quickly go here back to the charts. So we had a nice little bounce trade on AYTU on Tuesday. But this is really just kind of a more of a bounce trade. Maybe I have an indicator if we go back above 1.55. Right here at 1.25 could have been maybe 1.29 could have been a good little pre-market entry. But I don't really see us trading AYTU since we're kind of on the backside of the move. So I'm just going to go ahead, kind of flip through this really quickly and get to the OBCI and OPGN. GPR OR, technically big first green day, but sub dollar. I typically don't like trading sub dollars. Keep going. Plus the shares outstanding is way more than I typically look for. AHPI, former runner, kind of bouncing off the bottom here. I'm looking for those first green days, big lead gappers. And these are NNVC, another one kind of bouncing off the bottom. Does have a nice market cap and does have a nice amount of shares outstanding. So it could be something we want to trade, but big resistance at $9 to $10. And you can see that here on the daily chart. And we kind of came up to that area and got rejected. So again, probably not too interesting. Similar situation with HTBX, big resistance at 0.6. Yeah, KI. And then I was going down the scanner and I saw OPGN and I was like, okay, this is looking pretty interesting. Big time support at $2, runs up basically 100%. Pre-market kind of holding the highs here as well, around $3. This pullback was kind of aggressive and we're below VWAP, but we're only down 20% from the high. So kind of fitting our strategy. What I do like, 11 million market cap, 5.5 million shares outstanding, really, really nice. And it has news. Has a nice catalyst. And by the way, shares float is 5.56 million. Shares outstanding according to Finviz is 6 million. Interesting that all these numbers are different based on TD Ameritrade and Finviz. Let me quickly go down here. So it is a medical lab and research company, USA healthcare industry. OPGN provides update on Curetis, now offering the COVID-19 test kit in Europe. So that's definitely big news. Rapid test kit. So we'll definitely be watching this one out of the gate. This could be a good gapper. Again, I'm going to be really cautious trading with the market open because we might get halted right away. The last thing I want to be in is a market-wide halt on a small cap. We've been seeing really mixed outcomes of those market halts. Just not really something you want to be part of. So OPGN, definitely going to be watching that one. I'm not sure out of the gate, but let's see what happens. XAIR kind of pulling back a little bit, near lows, kind of just a bounce. FLDM not holding the high as well. CPAH, not too interesting. A lot of these former runners. NTGN, big time resistance right above $2. I have an alert here. Maybe we'll break above 2. Otherwise, I probably won't be trading NTGN. PHIO, not moving. PDS, not moving. OBCI. Now this is the next one. The problem with this one is kind of the way it's holding the highs is really not my favorite way. So ran up about 70%, pulling back here about 25%. Kind of the lows under VWAP, kind of making a little bit of a ski slow pattern. I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. I probably wouldn't trade this until we maybe saw some support at $4, maybe a red to green move. Again, I'm a little nervous with the market open. OBCI also was a big runner not too long ago. So it could be a bunch of bag holders on this one. I don't know. I think we might want to be a little bit more careful on it. Big time support here in this breakout area. $4, definitely a nice reversal zone. Many support bounces on this one, many retests, breakouts, false breakouts. So in $4 definitely going to be an interesting spot for support. Again, here at kind of like 4.5, it's a little hard to say, but yeah, 4.4 or something like that, big support. Whole dollars and half dollars seem to be really prevalent on OBCI. So let's see what we get. I don't know, OPGN kind of looks a little bit more interesting out of the gates, but OBCI, 37 million market cap, 9 million shares outstanding. The float on it was 3.62 million, so really, really nice. It's a consumer goods cleaning products USA biochem. So sounds pretty good. The only problem is I have not found any specific news on it. So I'm not totally sure why it's gapping up. Could just be bouncing. I think it's halted a lot as well. It's gonna be a tough day, I think. Definitely want to be really cautious today. GLBS, I see you guys are looking at it. Shafi. And I apologize that it seems like we're having a bit of streaming issues as well. So hopefully we don't have too big issues and it kind of stabilizes. Watch out with GLBS. GLBS has a lot of these former spikes, reverse splits. It is under $1 as a NASDAQ stock, so they need to get their price back up above $1 or else they're going to get delisted from NASDAQ. Now, it does not look interesting to me. Definitely not a classic gap and go that I would be looking at. It was on our watch list a few times. What else? CPAH from Keith. Always have some interesting picks here. $3 is acting like some big time resistance, moving a little bit here. I'm not sure. I probably won't be trading CPAH. Peter says OPGN also a roughly 10% short interest. The only problem with short interest, where are you getting that information? Is that from Finviz? Finviz. The only problem is it only updates about every 2 weeks. So you don't, it's not the most relevant information. I mean, technically the short interest could change in a second, right? As people start piling on positions. So I don't know, I have a hard time using that as any sort of indicator for anything. Maybe with like the long-term stocks or bigger stocks like Tesla or something could be a bit more interesting. Especially following a trend, but I don't know, for these small caps, I personally don't use it. All right, so I keep getting this high CPU usage detect you may experience performance issues, and then it looks like there's some Wi-Fi delays as well. So hopefully the stream is not too choppy, but let's see what happens. We got another 50 seconds here till the market opens. I wish everyone good luck. I probably won't be getting too aggressive out of the gates, which is a little bit unfortunate. I've been really wanting to get aggressive on those first 1 minute, 2 minutes, but when the market's moving this much and anything could get halted at any second, I just don't feel comfortable doing that. So I probably won't. I'll be trading with anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 per trade per position size. Maybe $1,000 just to reduce a little bit of risk across the trades a bit more. Yeah, I think the market will halt right away too. All right, guys, here we go. OPGN is what I'm watching right now. Let's see what happens. Three seconds. Markets SPX down 8% and halted. Woo-hoo-hoo. Well, that was quick. Could have just started the stream 15 minutes later, but at least we got to watch it. So that's insane. In the last 6 trading days, we've had 3 market-wide halts. That's just something you never, ever get. I remember on Monday was the first time or wait, was it Monday? No, it wasn't Monday. Wait, yeah, it was. It was the first time I traded through a market halt on Monday. So wow, instantly we had a huge dip down here, 2,500. Trying to get a simple sandwich. Oh, good old pub sub is always the way to go. And don't worry, Heiko, the market is halted. Yeah, I feel the same way. My coffee just ran out as well, and I was like, you know what? Since there's going to be probably a halt today, might have some coffee time. Dude, Peter, if we hit the 13% halt today, I think that's going to be absolutely wild. Stream cuts every 30 seconds. I'm just not totally sure if that's the Wi-Fi. I'm gonna go ahead, close this scanner for now. Of course I know pub subs. I grew up in Florida. I can hear you okay, but video lags at 144p. Ah, man, guys, I'm sorry about that. Ah, it's really annoying. Trying to think how I can... Check this out. This just kind of keeps on running here. Not really sure why. Okay, so I might restart it. Let me think about this for a second. Right now I'm getting excellent. Stream is healthy from YouTube. Nice, Tampa. Tampa's very cool. I was about to go to USF. I was like, tough decision. So getting unhalted in 15 minutes. So basically at 9:45, we're gonna get unhalted and then we're gonna be ready to go. Guess I'll be watching BTC today. BTC also falling off a cliff, but I think there's a little bit of bounce opportunity in it. I actually put a little bit of a limit order in Litecoin. I'm looking for a bounce as well. But it's been just absolutely wild trying to trade crypto. We've been flying through so many support levels. Yeah, it's been really, really tough. Right now, Litecoin's at 30, 39. Bitcoin is trying to update on my screen, but it's not working. Bitcoin over here is at 4,620, 13% down. All right, guys, I'm gonna get a coffee. I'll be right back. Hopefully the stream will be getting better. Oh, you went there. Very cool. What year were you? Waiting for 3K Bitcoin at 2K to sell my house. Selling my house. Ay. That's probably not even the worst idea. Although that is extremely risky. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Give me, I don't know, 2 minutes, tops. Yay, you guys are still here. All right, we got another 4 more minutes. Oh wait, no, that's not right. 6 more minutes. Peter's wondering if we're gonna have a full national lockdown. It's tough to say. I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. But, you know, borders closing and things like that, for sure, as it already is. Not too much. Yeah, TOS is always going to be really shaky when there's this much volume. I've just realized. So I don't know. But usually within the first 15 minutes, the volatility or the freezingness of TOS usually lightens up a little bit. OPGN up 70%, kind of just, you know, that open. AYTU just spiked up right there, hit that 1.5, big time support and resistance zone. I'd be a little bit nervous trying to buy a breakout there. Yeah, I'm happy that helps, Exile. Yeah, there's a link to the scanner so you guys can see all my scanners in the video description below. The halt is too long. Yeah, 15 minutes halt is ridiculous. But I guess it totally makes sense. I'm running just a laptop with multiple streams. I actually only have 2 screens total. I would really like a third one. I think for trading 2 screens is enough, but since I'm streaming, I like to have the YouTube thing open, the YouTube screen, so I can see the chat. Otherwise, it's a bit weird because I don't like switching to look at the chat. So for me, 3 screens would probably be the perfect number. I don't think I need more than that. RHHBY, 5 tickers. I don't know, how is it looking? Remember, OPGN is the one with the news, so this one could be ripping a little bit better than the original lead gapper. RHHBY. Is that one too many H's? I'm not seeing anything here. RHHBY. Okay, now we got it. I wasn't sure why nothing was popping up. RHHBY. ADR sponsored. I don't know. I honestly don't know this one. Coronavirus test, FDA approval. Sounds like pretty big news, but it looks like that news was definitely already priced in. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to be trading this one. Not really sure what it is. Way outside of my typical trading strategy too. And so they're testing labs. DGX is that's been one we've been trading a lot. Or at least been popping up on our scanner a lot. I've actually been to Quest Diagnostics before for like a blood sample or something like that when I lived in Florida. That was a really long time ago. years. $75 is an interesting level. Big support down here. What a sell-off, huh? Absolutely aggressive. I really didn't like Quest Diagnostics. I found them so shady. I didn't like how they did their business. So many hidden fees and random bills later. I really did not like them. Bryce, am I going long or short? I'm definitely going long. I'm long biased trading. I don't do short trading yet in this small account challenge, and I don't plan to. Maybe after the $25,000 challenge is complete, I might consider it a little bit more, but at the moment we don't. Since we're using a cash account, that's the big reason. So I can't go short in this account. LMNX, viral techniques, macro pro, no problem. Yeah, I need to get a new laptop. That's a shame. That's 100% my next thing. I've already been looking a lot. I actually have a really good laptop. I'm 16 gigabytes RAM, and I mean, it's a good laptop, but with video editing, streaming, trading screens, it starts hitting the limits, and it's also a little bit older. So you know how laptops are when they get old. Legendary Champs. This is TOS from TD Ameritrade. I think UIT will be better alongside if it breaks 160. Yeah, 160, 150 is kind of a key area, but it's been a big former runner, so who knows. Right now it's on the backside of the move. All right, guys, the market's going to open really, really soon here. Again, I'm going to be kind of ready here on standby with OPGN. Let's see what happens. Going to open any second. Boom, here we go. If I wanted to trade this, I'd probably be trading with about 300 shares. Getting some alerts going off here on AHPI. Yep, that's true. OBCI, quick pullback here. I am interested on OBCI at around $4. OBCI is not really moving too much. I'm a little bit worried about the dollar volume on it. OPGN, some of the bigger dollar volume on the day. Yeah, when I'm not streaming, this scanner updates instantly, so that's a big thing. mRNA, Keith shot up on CVU News. OPGN, AYTU, OBCI, all the things we already have on our scanner. GNSS could be an interesting play here. Not a lot of dollar volume though. We're approaching $3. OBCI is also approaching the $4 area. I don't really trust my alerts today, so I'm constantly checking these stocks that I typically don't check constantly, just because I feel like my scanners might not be going off. OPGN has not a lot of room to run to the upside. We have a huge wall here. While 180-day moving average resistance, we have a $4 whole number resistance, former top here. I would like to see this find a little bit bottom of first, maybe a bit more of a red to green move. Yeah, this could be another halt. We're in double-digit territory right now. It's absolutely wild. OPGN breaking past 3.5. I feel like any other day I would have bought this dip down here towards $3. But today, like I've said, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious. There's going to be a lot of probably failed breakouts today. Traders might be a little bit more scattered, although OPGN is the lead gapper and it's looking pretty clean. Float, market cap, everything in the range we want. Also has a catalyst. It just doesn't have that upside room right now. Big resistance at $4. OBCI back at 412. Yeah, good call. Shane, SPX down negative 11%. I think a lot of people are looking at that 13%. Bitcoin down 13.79%. Huge. These are just ridiculous double-digit numbers across all these larger indexes. I don't know if you can call Bitcoin an index, but it kind of gives a good indication of what crypto is doing in general. OBCI almost breaking $4. It's been moving very lightly, which makes me kind of uncomfortable about OBCI. That's a little bit what we had last time with, which one was that actually? Let me think about this for a second. I think it was CANF. You guys are all voting for a second market halt. OPGN looks good, but it's tracking the SPY. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't like that either. I don't want to be trading the market either. But let's see what happens. $4 right now, big time support. It doesn't look like it's bounced hard off of $4, so we could see a crack of 4. I feel like it's honestly been like weeks since we've been trading such crazy volatility. Last week we actually skated away pretty good. Had a pretty nice week, but just trading so different than usual. Really being fingers off the trigger and really just trading dips more than anything. OPGN definitely has some nice volume here. Maybe we could see a 5-minute setup on it. This pullback back to the close at 3.4 could have probably been a interesting little entry here once we broke higher here, but I don't know. I'm not going to rush it. OBCI 412, that bounce was very weak off the 4. I'd be a little bit more careful on it. Kind of like OBK, remember this one was just kind of selling off all day and we had a big bounce off of like 1.8 or something, but looked just very similar to this one and then just continued selling off. My poor 401k. Nice, Shane. I mean, Shark, that's a good one. $3.6 now. Looks like OBCI and OPGN are about to be the same price. I think it's going to be tough to get OBCI a nice dip buy that's actually with a decent risk reward. It's about 9:52 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Typically, we'd have 1 or 2 trades in by now. Definitely 1 trade. But, that first 15-minute halt kind of just scooted everything over. And there is a good chance if the market goes down 2 more %, which I feel like there has a high chance that we're going to get halted again. So I don't know. There's definitely nothing wrong with not trading. Also, I might even consider today anything that really sells off, a little bit exaggerated, just going long overnight on some trades. Last time we had a big dip like this, we had the next day was a 10% green day across the board. So could see some really nice bounces tomorrow. So our scanner might be just absolutely filled tomorrow with stocks that are all just bouncing off the bottoms. Yeah, so far buying this 311 dip, 309, we got all the way down to 309 would have been the ticket, 20% run after that. So that's always my favorite thing to do, getting aggressive right in the morning. It's a bit weird how they, on the 1 minute chart, how it only shows like a 1 minute flat line. And this is when the market was halted. It would be actually a little bit nicer if there was a little flat line for each 1 minute. I feel like it would be a bit more easier to digest that information. So I might look for some bigger companies today to actually dip buy SPCE, for example, all the way down to 12.9. That's ridiculous. Check this out. We're also having some big support down here. We broke below the support. $12, big time support for sure. $12.75. See, SPCE is so sold off so much. It had a big gap down today that's just bouncing. Honestly, it's kind of an interesting potential play on this one. Yeah, 5.6%. Crazy. $2.5 billion company, and you know we could trade this one. It's really close to typically what I look for, besides obviously the market cap and the shares outstanding, but everything else, I mean, it's there. Put alert if we go over 13. OBCI having a little bit of a bounce, basically 5% off of the $4 floor. OPGN, really nice kind of move here. I like the 5 minute setup. I like the fact that we're kind of building that second leg. So this is our first leg up here, 100% move, and then right here, 111% move, and now we're kind of consolidating in this area. 5 minute looking pretty healthy, breaking back to the upside. This is an upwards trend right now. 23% move, could be breaking out of $4, but again, $4 is big time resistance. But so far, looking fairly healthy. I would have definitely wanted to get aggressive on OPGN. You know, here we go. Here come the fake breakouts. This is always what gets me on the wrong side of the edge on a day like today. We're at 57, 957, and that's one of my least favorite times to be trading breakouts. OPK from the day before. This was a lead gapper. Having a bit of a bounce. Really nice bounce off of 1.6 area. Gotta give it that. Especially for a company with 700,000 shares outstanding and 1.1 million market cap, that's huge. Buying this VWAP pullback on SPCE would have not been that uninteresting, I think. Five-minute setup actually looks quite good on it. Good break above 13, I could definitely see that. OPGN pulled back a little bit here. Nice, Nestis, 13%, really solid trade. Looks like the momentum is slowly shifting a little bit here. But so far, 3.5 is really trying to give it a bit of a support area. Biggest sell volume was here on this spike, on this failed breakout. So that's not a really good sign. Probably scared a lot of traders. Market's recovering just a little bit. Bitcoin just added back like 300 bucks. That's crazy. Yeah, the overall volume is very, very low. You know, if I was a trader and I wasn't doing live streams, I'd probably, you know, full on take today off and just, I don't know, sunbathe or something. It's just a tough day, tough to trade these kind of days. But I also like to watch the market all the time. Don't always have to trade it, but I like to stay in the rhythm. Shark, I learned dip buying from you on APOP. That was the first time I started doing it. Ah, nice. Well, I hope these are working a little bit better. APOP was quite an interesting stock. What do you mean you smashed the Range Rover into a piling, Heiko? Sounds catastrophic. All right, OMX. Yeah, definitely. I'll definitely take a look. I'm not sure if I'll have the answer, but maybe somebody in the chat room does if I don't. It's a weird day. Fingers off the trigger so far. 3.5 OPGN might just crack here. We got some buyers, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get chipped away. This is going to be an interesting moment. Let's see what happens. We're below VWAP. I like the percentages on each candle. It's really, really nice. OPGN moves, has some really good moves. If we kind of hold this area for the next 10 minutes, and we haven't broke out yet, but we also haven't broke to the downside yet, I think OPGN could be a really good play. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about it right now. SPCE space has not really done too much. Virgin Galactic. You know, try to break higher here. Forming a nice little potential breakout though, a 5-minute pattern. Nice 2% move. Markets are back below 10% on the SPX. OPGN broke 3.5, now 3.44. Buyer's fatigue. Yeah, Peter, you're probably right. It's a funny way to put it. No really clean setups, I would say. Nothing kind of blowing my mind with excitement. OPGN kind of fading volume here as we go to the downside, so we might have a really nice reversal coming up in the short term, but who knows? It could be a double bottom, but it could also be well below $3, maybe $2.75. It's really, really tough to say. I don't know. It's already 10:04 now, Eastern Standard Time. Oh man, it's so sad to see these days just kind of drift away with these market halts, but there's really not much you can do. I think this whole week will probably be a bit choppy. I don't know. I don't know how long this is gonna go on for. Wow, look at that pullback on SPCE. I think if SPCE really breaks this $12 area, I don't know where I would buy it, maybe around $10, but I would definitely start to look for probably my Roth IRA account for a bit of a swing trade on it for sure. It could go all the way down to maybe 920 or something like that in the short term. So I could see myself like buying 2 positions or something like this in SPCE. Yeah, great buying opportunities for some companies that you love. So. Or, I don't know if I love SPCE, but I definitely wanted to build a long-term position in it. And yeah, great moments for that stuff. Screwed up my order and sold for loss. I know. The wicked witch of the West coming back on a laptop. Yeah, it really depends on the laptop, I guess, but... what a nice 3% bounce on SPCE. That's not what I like to hear, though, boy claws. I always make sure to have my auto send off. Sometimes I'll make a huge mistake by accidentally clicking over here when I have auto send on. I made that mistake in the beginning, like 3 months ago. I made it, I don't know, like twice in a week. I was like, this is the worst. JNUG and APRN from Sharp. I really think OPGN could be a nice secondary move. It's a little hard to identify some sort of clean entry on it, though, I gotta say. Nice little rip here from $4 all the way to $6.47. We were looking at this one quite a bit, I think on Thursday, right? Crazy how much it sold off. APRN, Blue Apron Holdings. Oh, this is a public company. I didn't know that. Are they up on a catalyst? No catalyst for today. 60 million outstanding shares. It's 8 million flow, 36 million market cap. Online delivery for cooking. Quite nice. This thing's really moving today. Solid breakout here from a flat top of 3.4. I mean 2.4. Nice little pullback. $3, big time resistance. Not sure why it's moving so much today. Maybe think people are figuring out order more food. Yeah, touchpad. So an 8% bounce. Really kind of nice, interesting move. APRN. Good call. This one could be a good trade. This could easily break back above 3.2. I could definitely see that. Nice potential 5-minute setup. OPK, solid bounce off of 1.6 like before. I wouldn't be surprised if APRN was a bit more of an ABC flag pattern. It took a little bit longer to break out. So maybe forming another low here at, I don't know, 2.8. Or actually, I don't know. It looks like this is really going to break out here right now. 3.23. 5-minute setup. Wow, OPGN really sold back off, huh? Falling volume down here, though. Double bottom would be around 310. A lot of selling volume coming in here. Support bounce on APRN from Corey. Yeah, I think that could be a really good play too. APRN. Plus whole dollar support is always really nice. This could be a pennant pattern setup though. I can't believe it's already 10:12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It just kind of blows my mind. I feel like the day's just sliding away. But I mean, that's just how it is. SPX though, back above negative 10%. That's a weird thing to say. It's about to be 10:15 here in 2 minutes. I got just alerts all over the place. There's probably a good chance I might not trade today. Maybe if we see a really big dip off with OPGN, I don't know. I also wouldn't mind saving some trades maybe for a really clean day, or maybe this evening I might actually, you know, trade not necessarily trade past 11, but place some limit orders that might get filled by the end of the day. APRN just had an alert go off, down 3.22. Back above 3.2. Sorry, I read that wrong. Woo, nice. So we had this 5-minute pullback here, and then we're breaking out from a 5-minute setup. This could be a really good entry if we have like a 1-minute pullback to 3.2. Kind of would be breaking my rules a little bit on trading breakouts on these, you know, big volatile days. But I like the big volume here. Don't see a catalyst. Not sure why. I really don't know why APRN is running. So this would be the setup right now to go long. If there was a really nice catalyst, I'd probably do it. Satoshi, you should do some, Alex, you should do some paper trading for us. What would you like me to see on paper trading? It's basically all the same. I actually prefer on-demand trading over paper trading, which is kind of the same thing. But on-demand, I can go back in time and do some trading. That way I could trade the market open with my real account, with my, you know, real money. And then like on the weekend or something, if I want to practice a specific day or something, like a big volatile day, or maybe a nice relaxing day with a lead gapper, I could do that. Does fake outs. Yep, that was a classic little fake out here. I'd be a little bit upset with myself. Sometimes I base my trades on how happy or upset I would be with myself. So like if I break a rule and then I lose money, I know I'm gonna be much more upset with myself than if I actually make money on that trade. And that'll keep me from trading sometimes. So it's like a kind of a weird, I guess you could call it gut feeling, but at the same time, it's like a gut feeling with like a standardized plan. I don't know. You know, if I lose money on a trade where everything was perfect and that time it just didn't work out, I can't really get too mad at myself. You know, I took the opportunity, it didn't work out that time, closed my position, took maybe a small loss or whatever. That's totally fine. But, you know, if I break all my rules and then I take a loss, I'm like, wow, that, you know, boom, that was horrible. Would prevent wrecking your Range Rover. Yeah, paper trading is good. I don't know. I've never really done paper trading too seriously. The only time I really use paper trading is to kind of practice a little bit of the interface tools and stuff like that. You know, like how does a trade template work? Let me see it actually perform. But I think paper trading can never really teach you what you learn when you use real money, because I think the hardest part about trading is controlling your emotions, not technicals. OBCI, here we go, pulling back. You know, OBCI has been trading very, very lightly, which is kind of surprising. I did not expect that from OBCI. Having a big dip here, I probably would have wanted to trade it, honestly, at 375. I thought that was a great area originally. I just don't like how slow it's moving. $4 could have been a nice bounce as well, 10% bounce on $4. That was kind of the original game plan, but many of the bounces were really slow. I don't know, I think I would have probably made a mistake with OBCI. So probably not going to be touching it. APRN trying again to break out here. SPC with just an absolutely wicked aggressive bounce here from 12 bucks, 6% move. APRN is quite a slow mover now compared to how it was moving before. OPGN 3.2, kind of consolidating in this area. That 15-minute EMA is kind of pushing the price back down. So it's just a macro coronavirus play. Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make me feel very good about trading APR, and I almost feel like people are trading it because there's nothing else like that's super compelling right now to trade. And why use something like Blue Apron where you have to get a very specific meal and not like, Amazon Pantry or something like that where you can actually get what you need? I don't know. I think coronavirus play on Blue Apron is kind of a tough reason. Then again, at the same time I'm saying that, it's pulling higher. So what's trading is what's trading. The news, the news is right here on the chart. So it's clearly relevant news. 40% up. Trading this as a breakouts though would have been super tough, except right here at the 2.4 buying this breakout. That was probably the best time to do it. It was not on my watch list though. It was not on my radar. UNFI from Manuel. Is that a ticker? Nice move here. United Natural Foods, 33%. $53 million shares outstanding, 377 million market cap. Pretty lightly traded today for the size of this company. Really not a classic stock we'd be looking at. $180-day moving average right above it. A lot of resistance. It's tough, really tough. Not really something I typically want to be trading. OPGN, guys, breaking $3. This thing doesn't really sell off too aggressively. 11% in the morning open. That's kind of aggressive. Yep, I do see this one dropping as well, the real one. I'm kind of wondering what happened to Heiko. That sounded pretty bad. OPGN dipping right now. So this is going to be where we break $5. I mean $3. 275, big time support in that area. Maybe actually a little bit above it. No, okay, not really. $3 about to get chipped away. Let's see how long it holds. Right now, getting chipped. I would be closing this position if I was long on OPGN. Whoa, kind of held right there. That was impressive. I was not expecting that. This could just be a short-term bounce. Let's see here. Still a lot of momentum kind of building up here on the downside. All right, here we go. Little cracker. Yeah, for sure. A lot of these pre-market stocks, they especially lately, they just have not been continuing the rally after market open. That's a big reason I've been staying away from them, or not staying away from them, but very cautious on the breakouts. OPK, another example of that. Moving pretty slow in this area. This dip right here is about a 7% dip. Looks like we're having a nice little bounce here. OPGN, pretty tough one to trade. I mean, $3 when it didn't crack with momentum. Selling kind of lightened up, buying at, I don't know, 295 or something like that could have been an interesting play. I would not be holding it very long, but I don't know, could have maybe been focused on maybe trying to get identify the reversal a little bit better. It's tough, really tough. APRN finally not breaking to the upside, having that big sell off. This is what I was scared of potentially joining, so I decided, leave this one alone. JNUG. I'll check that one in a second. I think if APRN goes under 2.6, I might look for a potential bounce on that trade. JNUG. Nice little breakout here. Really nice move. Percentage wise, I love how this one moves. I also like this clear breakout at $5. 15 million shares outstanding on JUNG. OMX, I see your question. Interesting. I would have to think about that a little bit. I really don't feel comfortable trading something with 15 million shares. I don't, it's not really the share count, I guess you could say. It's more the fact that trading an ETF is just something I really never do. Moves a little bit slower, but you know, it's a nice one for sure. Well, we definitely have plenty of time to just kind of like relax and do random things today. NVEE. APRN 2.87, just keeping a close eye on that one. NVEE float of 9.26 million, market cap of 672 million. Well, that's a big discrepancy. Up on news. I don't know, maybe the order book was just very thin. Somebody placed a big order and just spiked it up. That could be, right? Sometimes if you just place a big market order, you'll get some big slippage. So, but I have no idea why this happened. I doubt if somebody was placing such a big market order buy, they would do it as a market, or if somebody was placing such a big order, they would do it as a market. I just don't see somebody doing that. It's not very logical. HTBX started kind of rallying up here. I see you guys talking about it in the chat room as well. Former runner. We've had some trades on this one before when it was breaking past that 0.8 level, getting into the dollar range. That's typically when I try to trade things like this. I do like the breakout here. Happened around 10 o'clock. Really solid breakout. Nice pullback here. 7% move, 9% move. Really solid. Was already halted today. That's good. Join the alliance for buyer security. Bouncing off the bottoms. 0.6 is definitely big time support and resistance. That was a nice breakout from here. Buying this 1 minute pullback would have been a really, really nice move. I was not watching HTBX though. Could probably run all the way to back to 0.8. OPGN still kind of consolidating around $3, trying to break back higher here. Trying to form that higher low. I don't think I'm going to be trading OPGN, but maybe later today, if it has a big crash, I would maybe consider trading it. But for now, I don't think I'm going to be touching it. Kind of slowly selling off under VWAP, trending downwards. I don't know. It doesn't look too great. Nothing really today was really capturing my attention. I like JNUG, how we broke out of the $5 area and had a pullback. This would have been really good. Again, I wasn't really watching this one. 10 o'clock though seemed to be the big moment today when things would have been a little bit better to trade. So that would have been a good time to be maybe a little bit more vigilant, but it's hard to say, you know. days like today just are so rare, and then anything you learn today, it's hard to apply the rest of the year. And then what you learn the rest of the year is harder to apply to a day like today. 7%. OPGN, yeah, pretty solid bounce off $3. Buying the 295 reversal would have probably been the ticket on this one. That's actually a trade I typically really look for. So for lead gapper, kind of surprised I didn't do that, but yeah. OPK really coming back into the picture, huh? %, slow move, but impressive. HTBX looks like it could be curling here. This could be a really nice move. Break back above 0.725. What's up, Tommy? Thanks for that support. Carmilla had a nice little trade on OPK, but planned my trade and traded on my plan. I like that. That already sounds really good. Ooh, out at 189 for some clean profit. Here we go, the HTBX. This could be that nice break we've been waiting for. 5-minute setup. Could we see a new high of the day right now? Could be seeing it. Man, this is a move. If this was like at 9:45 on a normal day, I'd be so on HTBX right now, all over it. I missed you guys on SFET. Let me go check it out. Yeah, really nice little rounded bottom here, and then a break past 1.27, and then a continuation. 47%, 50% move, really solid. Having a little bit of a pullback now. This could be a great bounce back at 1.25 or something, 1.4. Could be a really interesting play here coming up. Had some holds, probably brought in some new traders. Not sure why it's up though. This one's been a runner last few days. We had one trade on it on this big green day where it tried to break it back out, but looks like we got out fairly quickly. Not the biggest win. HTBX is a bit more of a crawler. I don't really expect this breakout to happen instantly, but I do kind of think it will happen. That's a big sell volume though. It's like almost the biggest volume of the day is red right here. We have a lot of resistance at 0.8, so not too far away. OPGN is just boom, kabloom, out of there. I was not expecting a move like that. Whew. This one really snuck by us. $4. What happened? Did we just miss some news that came out? Federal Reserve cuts interest rates to 0. That's not new. That came out this weekend or something, no? Wow, absolutely ripper. This could be good. Trading this on a pullback back to maybe 3.8 or something like this. Huge, huge move, 45%. I hope some of you guys were long that. OPGN totally halted. Big volume came in. Did the other stocks have it? JNUG probably took a little bit of a dip after that. Up 27%. Really nice crawling up here. Yeah, J and UG after being so sold off, it's really just bouncing off the lows right now. It doesn't even really need news to go up. Corey totally missed that. Nice, Mo in the halt. Nice. Got a small position on OPGN. Solid move, guys. That's what I like to see. Lead gapper. Really, really solid. I'm going to try to trade this with the market open. Got to bring back our share count. 4.3. Hee-hoo. $3.7 could be a big support area. Now, technically this thing should continue moving up, but sometimes you see 1 or 2 minute pullback after a halt. Market's looking a little healthier too. Yeah, small gold miner, GOPRO. I'm with you on that, Corey. Looking for a little pullback. I'm not sure if we're going to get it either. Yeah, we were trading actually, I don't know. I did not trade it. JDST. But that was a big one that was moving last week near the end. Really nice to watch that, up 7% or up to $7. So this halt is going to get resumed at 10:44.25. So we're basically near the end of the trading day for me. But again, like I said, I'm going to be probably placing a few limit orders on several stocks, big movers, big volume. I think tomorrow we might have some really nice bounces. So let's see what hits some big lows today, especially on some large caps like SPCE. JNUG kind of just ripping here. Really nice move, 30%. Kind of a little bit slower, but very, very nice, consistent move. Looks like $8 could be an interesting resistance area for it. You can see $7 has been big time support, and former support usually acts as new resistance. But if we get a break past 7, could be really, really good. OPGN, let's go back to this one. This is going to be resumed in about 30 seconds. With day trading, I wouldn't really put much attention to the RSI. RSI is really good for our divergence and kind of swing trading. But if it works for you, jump on it. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different strategy. But I use the RSI quite a lot for swing trading, but for day trading, I've noticed that it's tough to get a clear buy. I find the order book much more helpful. All right, here we go. Boom, keeps ripping up all the way to 4.8. Wow, that was a fast move. Really nice to see that kind of volume. Ooh, I didn't think we would get a move like that today, so it's really nice. We were not on board with it, but still kind of fun to see it. RAD from Tommy. Was that REID? I always forget. RAD. Going to keep a close eye on OPGN for a second here. Breaking past 5. 5.3 instantly. This thing is ripping. It might get halted again here. 5.08. 5.4. Wow, that's a huge spread. Yeah, it's easy to make a mistake. If you 5.46. Insane. Insane. 80% from that low of 3. It's about to be 100%. 5.6. 5.5. $6. Some big resistance there. Mo, nice move. Very nice. So I was definitely way too cautious on this one, OPGN. I think I was too cautious on everything. I just didn't really trade today. Big pullback now to $5. %16 pullback. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 25% pullback. Whew, 4.5 for a second there. Yikes. That was a serious crash. 25%. Okay, that's what I was waiting for, that 25% pullback. That was a really aggressive move to the downside. JNUG back above 7, 60% up on the day. What an absolute wild move. I wouldn't be surprised if OPGN had a few more tests around this $4 area. That move was really strong. I don't know. Today was just super tough to trade any of this stuff. I mean, buying near those $3 big support pull areas is always kind of my favorite thing to do on days like today. And well, guess what? It would have worked, but I just didn't feel like I really wanted to get aggressive on it. So I didn't, and I missed that play, which is a little unfortunate, but that's just how it is sometimes. JNUG still building up some momentum there. That one's going to be interesting. Maybe we'll throw that one on the recap a little bit. A lot to learn about it. Not a stock, or I just typically never trade ETFs. So I was kind of leaving that one alone today. APRN below $3. This is always a really dangerous technical when you're kind of trolling right below VWAP. I don't really like to see that. I've been skunked many times on these exact setups. I typically only want to trade these as they pull back above VWAP and then buy on a retest with big volume. I've done much better on those setups, but these tend to fizzle out a little bit and just kind of continue down to, yeah, I don't know, just kind of sell off. That move on OPGN was absolutely wild. Congrats to everyone that got it. Looks really good. Keith, AUY. Let's check it out. Oh, wow. From 223 to 275. I like the order book on this one. It's very thickly traded. No wonder it's Yamaha. I think a lot of stocks like this are going to have some really healthy bounces today, you know, after such an aggressive sell-off. So again, I think I'm going to take a moment, kind of go through some of my favorite long-term picks, and I might even trade them on my small cap account, just because, you know, opportunities like this almost never come. So I think this could be really, really nice kind of longer-term moves. %10 move on SPCE, just absolutely wild. OPGN back above $5. I think OPGN has the most potential. I like how it's moving. It's been really tricky because in the morning it was so slow, and that's what happens when you get those market-wide halts. Makes stocks behave in a weird way. It kind of felt like 10 o'clock was actually when the market really opened. 10 o'clock seemed like that pivotal point where a lot of stocks began moving, running to the upside. So really, really nice stuff. The morning was just really choppy and confusing. CHFS. This was a lead gapper not too long ago. We had a little bit of a trade on this one. What was that, on Thursday? Nice little support line bounce, up 62%. Huge moves. JNUG breaking the trend a little bit here. This could be a great buy again, closer to $5. I don't know if we're going to go that low. I kind of doubt it, but who knows? Could be. I would probably go ahead and argue that JNUG could be a really, really nice little quick trade right around here, right under $6. I'm going to actually go ahead and move this up a little bit. I'm going to like watching OPGN a little bit. I think in the recap video, it's going to be really interesting to see what kind of happened to some of these stocks today. See how they kind of evolved. Mo, ALT, former runner. I like the emoji. Yeah, we had a nice little trade on this one. Former runner, yep. Backside of a big move. Trying to break higher here. $3 could be big support. Look at that gap down. That's insane. A lot of reverse splits on this one. Above the 180-day moving average, so that could be a healthy sign. A lot of activity here. No, I don't use stop losses. I don't use automatic stop losses. I have kind of like a hard-coded in my brain 5% stop loss. Sometimes, you know, I get that 7-9% losers because I don't go out quick enough, and that's a big mistake, and I got to get quicker at that. But no, I don't use it for my day trading. Sometimes with my swing trades, I have stop losses, and that's a little bit different though. I gotta say, there's like a small chance that I'll probably do a little bit of trading. Like I said, with some potential limit orders near some big time support and resistance areas, like OPGN, maybe around $4 or something like that. But I don't see myself trading in the next, I don't know, 5-15 minutes. It's about 11 o'clock now, so this is basically by the time I'm done trading anyway. I don't really feel like I want to be getting aggressive right now. So I think I'm going to wrap up my trading right here. I will definitely keep watching the markets. But yeah, like I said, I probably won't be trading. Maybe if there's a big dip, I'll go get aggressive. I think tomorrow we could have a good chance that things are hopefully going to calm down a little bit. It really depends how the afternoon trading session is going to be. But I would really like to see a bit more just like consistent moves in the market, and then a focus on these small caps so we can get some really nice big runner breakouts again. I think we're going to be seeing them soon, and I cannot wait for it. So yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in today. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up there. I feel like if I kept on trading here, it would be a little bit more of a FOMO kind of move because I feel like I need to do some trading. So better for me to walk away. OPGN is pulling back. Woo, sure, it's tempting to try to go long on this thing. Yeah, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already done so, definitely appreciate each and every like. Definitely means a lot. And if you're new here, you want to see the recap video, and or if you want to trade again on the live stream, I'd love to see you again. Definitely consider subscribing. Yeah, OPGN, the lead gappers. That's why I typically don't just get distracted because those tend to actually be the ones that perform. Those first, 1 or 2, maybe 3 lead gappers. There's a reason they're a lead gapper, and we saw it today. So guys, I'll see you again tomorrow. Like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades, wash your hands. Until next time, guys. Ciao, ciao.